Welcome, everybody. Let's get started in a comfy seat, whatever that means for you, so your spine is rising up tall. Eyes can close, hands can drop heavy. We'll take just a few breaths, settling in. Breathing past the allergies and the stuffy nose and the congested sinuses. See if you can pull the breath in through the nose down to the bottom of the lungs and empty it out. And then bring one hand to your heart and the other hand can rest on top. We'll give this about 3 more breaths. If you like to practice with an intention, go ahead and let your mind settle on that. And then eyes can blink open and arms stretch up tall. Roll your shoulders up, back, and down. Good. And then right hand to the ground, left hand stretches over. Inhale to bring yourself back up. And exhale to stretch. Inhale, rising up. And twist. Inhale, reach up to the middle. Exhale, twist the other way. Inhale, reach up. Circle that back, fingers find the ground, lean back, open your chest. Inhale to rise. Exhale, forward fold. Good, get a little heavier, a little softer right there. Jaw falls loose, head hangs heavy. Good, a couple more breaths, and for folks in the room, I'll offer hands-on assists. If you prefer not to be touched throughout class, that's fine, just let me know. Wave a hand high. All right. And then everybody use your next inhale to come back up. Come over to all fours. Let's take some cat-cows for a moment. Inhale, looking forward, and exhale, rounding chin to chest. Go ahead, back and forth with your breath. Eyes can close or be open. Find those spots inside today that need a little extra love. Find the areas that might hold on some tension or tightness. And then make your way back to neutral. We'll inhale the right arm up and open, get big and broad across your chest, and then exhale to thread the needle. Shoulder and cheek heavy down into the ground. Walk your left fingertips up off the top of the mat, get long. Feel that stretching into the rib cage, underneath the shoulder blades. One more breath. Bring your left hand back in, right hand sweeps up and open. Look all the way up and place it down. Same thing other way, left hand goes up and open. And then thread it through. Walk the right fingertips up. Get heavy into your left shoulder. Perfect. 3 more breaths here. Good. Sweep your hand back up. Look all the way up to a thumb. And place it back down. Take another cat-cow. Inhale, looking forward. And round it out. And then tuck your toes. Let's go up and back to a down dog. Take 3 or 4 breaths there, just wiggling around, settling in. On your next breath, come forward to a high plank, shoulders over wrists. Good, holding here steady and strong, navel to spine. Push the ground away, dome up in between the shoulder blades, yes. On that next exhale, slide your hips back, downward facing dog. Good, rock forward again, inhale. Exhale, slide back, down dog. One more of those, inhale, rock forward. Exhale, go back. Good, let's look forward and walk our feet up to our hands. Hang out in a ragdoll for a few breaths. Bend your knees, bobble your head around, hold opposite elbows. Good, and then release your hands, interlace them behind your back. Straighten the arms up and over. Wring out your chest, start to open up the shoulders. Yeah, maybe the knees start to straighten a little bit and you play with that stretch for the back of the legs as well. 2 more breaths. And then release your hands down, roll up to standing. Reach out and up. And bring your hands to your heart. Big breath in. And sigh it out. Good, inhale, reach up tall. Exhale, diving forward, picking up space. Inhale, halfway lift. Hands go down, right foot steps all the way back. Let's keep that back knee lifted, and then on an inhale, start to straighten your front leg. It might not go all the way straight. As you exhale, rebend. Inhale, work it straight. Exhale, bend. You could absolutely do hands on blocks to bring the ground closer. We're gonna do this 2 more times. Inhale, straightening. Exhale to bend. Inhale, lengthen. And soften. Good, press your palms into the mat. Step back to a high plank. Let's lower the right knee and come up into a side plank. Right hand is down. Left hand is up to the ceiling. Good, and then take this top hand up and over, reach towards the front of the room, front of your mat, and get that big stretch again through the side body. Fill it up with breath. Inhale, the hand comes back up to the ceiling. Exhale, step back into a high plank. Huge breath in here. Exhale, downward facing dog. 3 breaths in down dog. If you're thinking about your upper body opening up today, try bending your knees and letting your chest fall back towards your thighs. Yeah, really make that long line from hands to hips. And then look to the top of the mat. Step, hop, or float feet to hands. Halfway lift when you get there. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale to rise up, reach for the sky. Exhale, thumbs to heart. We'll do that again. Inhale, reach up. Fold in half. Halfway lift. This time, hands go down, left foot steps back. Find your low lunge to start. Maybe hands on blocks. And then 5 times we straighten the front leg and rebend it. Just working back and forth. No goal, nowhere to go, just experiencing what happens if I do this, and what happens if I do that. We'll meet with that front knee bent, hands pressed down, step back to your high plank. Lower the left knee, reach the right hand to the sky, side plank. And then reach up and over towards the front of your mat. Side body is long, beautiful. Breath sounds good. Keep filling the lungs and emptying them out. Perfect. Come back to your high plank in the center. Dome up in between those shoulders and then slide your hips back, downward facing dog. 3 breaths right there. And then bend your knees, look forward, hop, step, or float to the top of your mat, halfway lift, and fold in half. Stand all the way up, reach up, and exhale, hands to your heart. Take a big breath in, and let it out. Good. Let's take the big toes together to touch. Sit down into a chair. And while you're here, we'll tinker with it. Pull the weight back into your heels. Reach your arms out and up. Looks great. Lift your gaze, lift your heart. Zip the legs in towards one another so they're supporting each other. Really good. One more breath. And then let it go. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, hands go down, right foot steps back. This time we come on up to a high lunge, reaching for the sky. Good. This time we'll move back and forth by bending the back knee. So we dip it down, stay low, and straighten it out. Bend it low, and stretch that hip flexor. Good. Keep going 3 more times with your breath. Very nice. Meeting in your high lunge. Hands come down, frame your foot. Step back to your high plank. Side plank again. You can put the right knee down, just like we did the first time, or keep it lifted. Reach the left hand up. Breathing. Good. Top hand reaches forward. Maybe your hips could lift up and you kind of make more of a rainbow shape as that top hand drops up and over. Yeah. 2 more breaths. Come back to center. Huge breath in. Exhale, slide back to down dog. Your 3 breaths right here in down dog. Smooth and steady. And then bending your knees, look forward, hop, step, or float, all the way to the top, halfway lift. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, rise up, reach up. Hands to your heart. Big toes back to the center, squeeze the legs together, sit down, chair pose. Smooth inhales and exhales. Really nice. Last big breath in, reach your spine long. Exhale to let it all go. Inhale, halfway lift. Hands down, left foot steps back. Good. Rise up, high lunge. 5 breaths. We bend the back knee down and straighten it out. Drop in and lengthen it out. Good. Keep it moving. Shoulders slide down the back soft. Good, and then on that last breath, lift up, get tall. Hands come down, frame your foot, step back to your high plank. Side plank, lower the left knee. Yeah, reaches the right hand up to the sky. Again, top hand can go up and over. Imagine you're spreading the rib cage wider in between each rib. Top hand taking that stretch to its biggest, stretchiest spot. Beautiful. High plank in the middle. Give it a huge breath in. Exhale, downward facing dog. Good. Let's walk your hands all the way back to your feet at the back of the mat. Bend your knees so much that your chest hangs down under your thighs. Sway side to side, loosen things up. And then release your hands if they were bound. Lift halfway up to your flat back. Exhale, forward fold, keeping the legs a little straighter, the spine a little longer. Take your right hand to your left ankle. Left hand reaches up to the ceiling. Right knee can bend. Play with what's happening. We got lots going on. Open the collarbones wide. Feel the hip flexors, the IT band, the low back. On your exhale, come back down to center, and then just switch sides. Take the left hand over to the right foot, right hand up. Good, yeah, left knee can bend, right leg can straighten. You kind of jut that hip out, play around with the stretch there. Come back down to the center. Walk your hands forward, downward facing dog. Big, huge breath in. Sigh it out. Inhale. Exhale. Come down to all fours. And then we'll take some more time in the upper body. Walk your hands forward. Drop your chest down. Puppy dog pose. Chin or forehead on the mat as needed. Hips nice and high up in the air. Looking good. For these last 3 breaths here, could you release your jaw, your neck, your chest? Just a little more. Softening, softening, softening. Good, and then let your hips slide back to your heels. Make it a child's pose. Hands go all the way back to your feet. Draping yourself over your thighs, rounding your spine the other way. Could your hips sink a little heavier? All right, and then stretch your arms out long in front of you again. Downward facing dog. Big, huge breath in your nose. Let it out your mouth. One more like that. Inhale. Empty yourself out. Good. Take a slow tiptoe up to the top of the mat. Forward fold. Feet hips width apart. Roll yourself up to standing. Reach out and up. And bring your hands to your heart. All right, a little bit of balancing work. Right where you are, feet are hips width. Make sure they're nice and parallel. Toes spread nice and wide. Kneecaps lifting up so you're engaging the quads and the low abs. Hands reach for the sky. Lift your heels off the mat. That's it. Stay there and breathe. But do it with so much generosity and care for yourself. Soften, relax, make it feel lovely. Filling up with that breath and emptying out. One more breath here. And then come down and just shake your arms, shake your legs, let it all go. Okay. Then shift all the weight over into your left foot. Hug your right knee up to your chest. Crown of the head nice and high, balancing. Hold on to your knee with your left hand. Open the right hand, maybe, back behind you to twist. Strong belly button to spine. Soft breath. Maybe the eyes travel all the way back to your right thumb. That did it for everybody. Good. Come on down, shake that side out. Shift all the weight to the right foot. Left knee draws up. Slow and steady. Hold your knee with your right hand. Left arm can extend back behind you. Breathe. Bring it all back and let it go. Shake that up. Really nice. Stepping to the top. If you're not there, reach up. Exhale, fold in half. Inhale, halfway lift. Hands go down, both feet go back, high plank, and then we're going to lower all the way down as fast or slow as you want until you're on your belly. And then tent your fingers outside of the mat, wider than your mat. Elbows point up at the ceiling. Perfect. Inhale, lift up the middle. Exhale, lower right back down. One more like that, up the center. Inhale. Exhale. Come back up the center and then drop your right shoulder, look over your left. Stay for a breath. Inhale, come back up to the middle. Drop your left shoulder, look over your right. Stay for a breath. Inhale, center. We'll drop the right shoulder again, getting that front of the shoulder and pec stretch, hopefully. Inhale, center. Left shoulder drops. Rise back up the middle. Lower all the way down. Bring your hands by your rib cage, tuck your toes, lift the knees and the thighs and the belly, and lift straight up to that plank, and back to down dog. 3 breaths in down dog. Beautiful. Lift your right leg up and back. Step it in between your hands, high lunge again. And then we'll add the twist, right hand back, left hand forward, keeping your chest upright. Good. While you're here, let's pay attention to your hips. Are they both pointing straight forward? Can you pull your navel to spine and lengthen your low back a little bit? Yeah. And then can you travel with your eyes all the way to your right hand in the back? Good. Come on back up. Open into a warrior 2, spinning to face the other direction on your mat. Good. Bend into that front knee. Same stuff, right? Navel to spine. Strong, smooth breath. Press into your feet. 2 more breaths. Good. Flip the front palm, reverse, stretch it out. And then extended side angle. So we'll take arm to thigh, left arm reaches up and over. This is a very similar feeling to those side planks we were doing on the ground. Getting that length through the rib cage, underneath the shoulder. Maybe you could spiral your chest open towards the ceiling a bit more. Maybe pull in those lowest abdominal muscles a bit. Tuck your tail under. Perfect. Inhale back up to warrior 2. Exhale, cartwheel your hands down, step back to high plank. Lower all the way back down to the mat. Good. Take a moment, a little bit of micro rest. And then extend your arms straight up over your head. Thumbs to the sky, pinkies to the floor. Zip your legs together. Exhale your breath out. Inhale, lift everything. Flying here for 5, 4, 3, lift higher, 2, and 1, relax. Hands back by the rib cage, tuck your toes, press straight up to that plank, downward facing dog. 3 breaths. And then the left leg reaches up and back. Step it forward, high lunge. Good. Root into your legs, reach for the sky, breathe. Good. We take the twist, right hand forward, left hand back. Noticing the hips, the core, collarbones wide, eyes to the back hand. Use your next inhale to come through center and open to a warrior 2. Very nice. Check that front knee that it's not tipping over. Keep it stacked. Then maybe you sink in a little more. 3 more breaths. Flip your front palm, reach it back. And then extended side angle. So again, arm on the thigh, right arm is up and over. Rolling the chest open, looking up to the ceiling. But holding that core strength so that this is not a back bend. It's more of a twist. Beautiful. Perfect. Use your inhale, rise back up. Exhale, cartwheel, hands down. Go back to your high plank, excuse me. Just step to plank and then lower all the way down to your belly. Good. Interlace your hands behind your head. We're laying on the ground, hands behind the head. Zip the legs together. And lift your elbows and then lift everything else up. Breathing here for 5, 4, 3. Lift those elbows. 2. Squeeze your shoulder blades and relax. Good. But this time we'll stay here and take a nice shoulder stretch. So we'll take the right hand out perpendicular to your body, left hand by your rib cage. And then lift the left shoulder as you roll your body open. So the right shoulder is getting all the love. Good. Head can rest down on the ground. There we go. So again, this is kind of targeting the front of your right shoulder and chest. You can keep spinning the torso until you could bring your left foot to the ground, knee to the sky. Some of you may experiment with both feet on the ground, both knees to the sky, depending on how this is feeling. And then for the last 3 breaths or so here, stop working so hard. Let's get this out of the way. See what you can relax. What can you soften? Slowly, slowly roll back to the center. And just switch sides. So the left arm goes out, the right hand is by the rib cage. Lift that right shoulder so you're rolling open. Good. Let yourself just melt into the mat. Jaw loose. Breath is easy. Okay, come on back to the center. Slowly, gently softening things. Hands come in by your rib cage. Tuck your toes, press yourself up to that plank, and back to downward facing dog. Huge inhale. Open your mouth, exhale it out. Do that again, breathe in. Let something out as you exhale. Good, let's come down to your knees and we'll take our camel pose for back bends, 3 rounds of it. So if you like a little extra padding, go ahead and double up your mat or put something underneath. And then we reach for the sky. Circle your arms back and really think about keeping the arms straight and making that movement come out of the shoulder joint. And then hug the shoulder blades together, look up. Elbows keep drawing together. There's still some support from the abdominals and those back muscles. Use your next inhale to come on back up. Again, with straight arms, swim forward. And then have a seat down onto your heels. Let's take this first one real easy. Just close your eyes. Tall spine, hands rest on your legs. We'll just breathe 3 breaths. And then rise back up. Reaching tall, swimming the hands back. Elbows draw in, chest lifts high. Maybe with toes tucked, hands drop to heels. Breathe. And then slowly, steadily rise back up, swim forward, and have a seat down into neutral. Good, let's take the arms open wide, and then right arm across the chest and hug it in with the left. Roll your head side to side. Maybe you feel that in the jaw, the neck, the throat, down the shoulder, all around. And then open the arms wide again, and take it the other way. Open the arms wide and release, come back up. Last time into camel pose, reach for the ceiling, swim it back. Look up, lift high before you go back. Lifting, lifting, lifting. Beautiful. 3 more good breaths here. Very nice. Rise back up, swim the hands forward, drop all the way down to a child's pose. Stretching your arms out, lengthening from the tailbone, up the spine, all the way to the crown of the head. And then your next breath or two, downward facing dog. Make your way there however you see fit. In the down dog, right leg lifts up and back. Step it forward outside of your right hand. Lower your back knee down. Good. Hanging out here in a lizard lunge for a few breaths. You could wiggle side to side. You could drop to forearms. If it feels nice, you can press the right thigh away and take it more as a twist, an opening. Whatever variation feels nice today. And then bringing both hands back to the mat. Left hand stays down, right hand reaches up and back. See about grabbing that back foot, drawing heel in towards your bottom, stretching the front of your left thigh. Good. Go ahead and release. Let's make this a half pigeon. Take your right foot all the way over to the left edge of the mat and then lay the shin down across the front. Find center between your hips, tall chest, and then let it all go. Forward folding. Three more breaths here. Again, where could you soften? What could you let go? Perfect. And then again, slowly, on your own time, make your way back to downward facing dog. Pressing back, wiggling around. Good. Left leg reaches up and back. Step it forward outside of the left hand. There's our lizard lunge again. Dropping in, probably trying to match whatever you did on the other side for symmetry's sake. But sometimes our bodies aren't into symmetry. And then hands on the mat. Keep the right hand down, spiral the left hand up. Reach back behind you, grab for that foot. Breathe. Letting that go, half pigeon, bring the hands around, left foot goes all the way to the right edge of the mat. Lay your shin down, find center, and release. Slowly start to lift your chest. And this time just sit off onto your left hip and swing both legs around to the front. Straighten the legs out. Reach for the sky. Fold yourself in half. On the next inhale, rise back up, reach your arms forward, round your spine back, chin to chest, and then unroll all the way down to the ground. Arms reach up over your head, feet stretch out, take that big stretch, and then hug the right knee into your chest. Guide it across your body all the way over to the ground to twist. And look to your right hand. Come back to center. Switch your legs, hug that left leg, straighten the right down to the ground. Guide it across your body to twist. And breathe. Coming back into the center, hug both knees into your chest, rock your spine across the mat side to side a little bit. Squeeze into a little ball. And then as you exhale, let it all go to rest. Offer yourself these next few minutes to just be here. Resting your body, resting your nervous system, your mind, just simply breathing. Before you go anywhere or change anything, just notice. How does your body feel? How does your mind feel? How are you? Through this practice of moving our body and stretching and strengthening, opening and releasing, it's my hope that you find yourself back in balance so you can walk out into the world prepared and ready, focused, steady. I'm feeling strong. Start to let some movement back in, maybe roll the ankles and the wrists. Rock the head side to side. Take a full stretch, arms reaching over the head. And then turn over onto one side. Take this last moment and just tell yourself thank you. And then rise back up to seated when you're ready. Eyes can close, hands can rest at your heart. And we'll close out together with 3 breaths. We inhale and exhale. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale. And exhale. Bowing forward, we honor this beautiful practice of yoga for all it teaches us. Mind, body, spirit, on the mat and off. Thank you, thank you, thank you all so much. Have a great week. Say hi to a neighbor, introduce yourself on their way out, and I'll see you on Thursday. Thank you.